friends, and welcome back to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, where we are live from the show floor at AWS reInvent. My name is Savannah Peterson, joined by my fabulous co-host, John Furrier. John, how was your lunch?
My lunch was great. It wasn't very complex like IT is today, so it was very
appropriate
easy.
for the conversation we're about to have.
Great guests coming up, CUBE alumni, and great conversation around complexity and how it's all being tamed. It's going to be good.
Yes, and on that note, let's welcome John from Doit, as well as Danny from Infinox. I swear I'll be able to say that right by the end of this. Thank you guys so much for being here. How's the show going for you?
Excellent. So far it's been a great event, you know, back to pre-COVID days.
You're still smiling day 3, that's an awesome sign. John, what about you?
Fantastic, it's been busier than ever.
That's exciting. I think we certainly feel that way here on theCUBE. We're doing dozens of videos, it's absolutely awesome. Just in case we can dig in a little deeper throughout the rest of the segment, just in case the audience isn't familiar, let's get them acquainted with your companies. Let's start with Doit, John.
Yeah, thanks Savannah. So Doit is a global technology company, and we're partnering with the leading cloud providers around the world and digital native companies to provide value and solve complexity, John, to your introductory point, with all of the complexities associated with operating in the cloud, scaling a business in the cloud. A lot of companies are just looking to sort of have somebody else take care of that problem for them, or have somebody they can call when they run into problems scaling. And so with a combination of advanced technology, some of the best cloud experts in the world, and unlimited tech support, we're offloading a lot of those problems for our customers, and we're doing that on a global basis, so it's an exciting time.
I can imagine pretty much everyone here on the show floor is dealing with that challenge of complexity, so a couple customers for you in the house. What about you, Danny?
I come from a company which operates in the financial industry market, so we're essentially a global broker, financial trading broker, which what this means for those people who don't really understand, essentially we allow clients to be able to trade digitally and speculate with different pricing tools online. We offer different products for different type of clients. We have institutional clients, we've got our affiliates, partners, programs, and we've got the retail clients. And this is where AWS and Doit comes handy, allows us to offer our products digitally across the globe, and one of the key values for us here is that we can actually offer a product in regions where other people don't. So for example, we don't compete in North America, we don't compete in EME in Europe, but we use Doit and AWS to solve our complex challenges in regions that naturally, depending on where they're based, they have like issues, and that's how we deliver our product.
And which regions in Latin America?
LATAM, the entire Africa subcontinent, Middle East, Southeast Asia. The culture is just, demographic is different, and what you used to have here is not exactly what you have over there, and obviously that brings a lot of challenges with onboarding a clients, deposit, trading activities, CDN, latency, all of that stuff.
It's interesting how each region's different in their posture with the cloud. Some want to roll their own, some want out of the box. So again, this brings up this theme this year, guys, which is about end-to-end, seeing purpose-built, like specialty solutions, a lot of solutions. Going end-to-end with data, kind of makes it more complicated. So again, we got more complexity coming, but the greatest the cloud is, you can abstract that away. So we are seeing this is a big opportunity for partners to innovate. You're seeing a lot of joint engineering, a lot more complexities coming still, but still end-to-end is the end game, so to speak.
Absolutely, John. I mean, one of the sort of ways we describe what we try to do for our customers like Infinox is to be your co-pilot in the cloud, which essentially means,
what an apt analogy.
I think so, yeah.
Well done there.
I think it works, Savannah, yeah. So as I mentioned, the majority or almost all of our customers are pretty sophisticated, tech-savvy companies. So they don't, they know for the most part what they're trying to achieve. They're approaching scale, they're at scale, or they're through that scale point. And they just want to have somebody they can call, right? They need technology to help abstract away the complex problems, so they're not doing so much manual cloud operational work. Or sometimes they just need help picking the next tech, right, to solve the end-to-end use case that they're dealing with in the business.
And Danny, you're rolling out solutions, so you're on the front lines. You got to make it easier. You don't want to get in the weeds on something that should be taken care of.
Correct. I mean, one of the reasons we got Doit is you need to, in order to involve Doit, you need to know your problems, understand your challenges, almost like a self-review. And you have to be halfway through the cloud journey. You need to know your problems, what you want to achieve, where you want to end up, a roadmap for the next 5 years, what you want to achieve, are you fixing or developing a building, and then involve those guys to come and help you, because they cannot just come with magic wand and fix all your problems. You need to do that yourself. It's not like starting the journey by yourself.
Yeah, one thing that's not played up in this event, I will say, they maybe, I don't know if they missed, maybe Werner will hit it tomorrow, but I think they kind of missed it a little bit. But the developer productivity has been a big issue. We've seen that this year. One of the big themes on theCUBE is developer productivity, more velocity on the development side to keep pace with what solutions are rolling out to customers. And the other one is skills gap. So, and people have old skills, like we see VMware being bought by Broadcom, for instance. You got a lot of IT operators at VMware, they got to go cloud somewhere. So you got new talent, existing talent, skill gaps, people are comfortable, yet the new stuff's there, developers got to be more productive. How do you guys see that? Because that's going to be, how that plays out is going to impact the channel, the partnership relationship, your ability to deliver. What's your reaction to that?
First?
Yeah.
Well, I think we obviously have a tech-savvy team. We've got developers, we've got DevOps, we've got infrastructure guys, but we only got so much resource that we can afford, and essentially by involving Doit, I've doubled our staff, so we got a tech-savvy senior solution architects, which comes to do the sexy stuff, actually develop and design a new, better offering, better product that makes us competitive. And this is where we involve, essentially we use the Doit staff as an Infinox staff, employees at our demand. There's literally an army of qualified people. We can actually cherry pick who we want for the code to do X, Y, and Z, and they're there to support you. You just have to ask for help. And this is how we fill our gap from technical skills or budget constrained within recruitment.
And I think what Danny is touching on, John, what you mentioned, is really the sort of the core founding principle of the company, right? It's hard enough for companies like Infinox to hire staff that can help them build their business and deliver the value proposition that they see, right? And so our reason for existence is to sort of take care of the rest, right? We can help, operate your cloud, show you the most effective way to do that, whether they're FinOps problems, whether they're DevOps problems, whether DevSecOps problems, all of these sort of classic operational problems that get in the way of the core business mission. You're not in the business of running the cloud. You're in the business of delivering customer value. We can help you, manage your cloud.
And it's your job to do it.
It is our job to do it.
Couldn't resist the pun there. How long have you all been working together?
I would say 15 months. We took a bit of a conservative approach. We hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. So I didn't trust Doit. I give them one account, start with Dev, UAT, SIT, because you just have to learn the journey yourself. So I think my advice for clients is give it 6 months. Once you establish the relationship, build the relationship, give them one by one, start slowly. You actually understand by yourself the skills, the capacity that they have, and also for me, consultancy is really important. And after that, it just opens up, and we are now involving them. We've got a new project, we've got problem statement. The first thing we do, we don't Google it, we just say do it. Log a ticket, we got the team.
You're a verb.
Yeah. So
in this case, we happen to be a verb.
The puns are endless here, on theCUBE in general, but with something like that, it's great.
I got to ask you a question, because this is interesting. John, we talked last year on theCUBE, and again, this is an example of how innovation's playing out. If you look at the announcements Adam Selesky did, and then Swami had 13 or so announcements, I won't say it's getting boring, but when you hear boring is good when you start getting into these gaps in the platforms as it grows. I won't say that was boring, because that really wasn't boring. I like the data
It's
stuff.
all fascinating, John.
But it's a lot of gap filling. 50 connectors, you got, all glue layers being built in, the AI is critical. The maturation of cloud is there. What's the innovation? You got a lot of gaps being filled. Boring is good, like Kubernetes we say there. Boring means it's being invisible. That means it's going away. What's the exciting things from your perspective in cloud here?
Well, I mean, boring is an interesting word to use, because a company with the heritage of AWS is constantly evolving. I mean, at the core of that company's culture is innovation, technology development and innovation. And they're building for builders, as you know, just as well as I do. Yeah. And so, but what we find across our customer base is that companies that are scaling or at scale are using maybe a smaller set of those services, but they're really leveraging them in interesting ways. And there is a very long tail of deeper, more sophisticated, fit for purpose, more specific services. And Adam announced, who knows how, another 20 or 30 services, and it's happening year after year after year. And I think one of the things that Danny might attest to is, I spoke about the reason we exist and the reason we formed the company, is we hold it a very critical part of our mission is to stay abreast of all of those developments as they emerge, so that Danny and his crew don't have to. Right? And so when they have a question about SageMaker, or they have a question about sort of the new big data service that Adam has announced, we take it very seriously. Our job is to be able to answer that question quickly and accurately.
And I noticed your shirt, if you could just give a little shirt there, FinOps, CloudOps, DevOps, Doit. The intersection of the finance, the tuning is now, we're hearing a lot of price performance, cost recovery, not cost recovery, but cost management.
Yeah,
so we're
optimization.
seeing building scale, but now tuning, almost a craft. The craft of the cloud is here. What's your reaction to that?
It absolutely is, and this is a story as old as the cloud, honestly. And companies, companies tend to follow the same sort of maturity journey when they first start out, whether they're migrating to the cloud or they were born in the cloud, as most of our customers are. There's an access, a visibility, an understanding, an optimization, a tuning, a craft, to use your term, and cost management truly is a 10-year-old problem that is as prevalent and relevant today as it was 10 years ago. And there's a lot of talk about the economics associated with the cloud, and it's certainly not always cheaper to run. In fact, it rarely is cheaper to run your business from any of the public cloud providers. The key is to do it and right-size it and make sure it's operating in accordance and alignment with your business, right? It's okay for cloud costs to go up, so long as your top line is also going up proportionally.
You spend more cloud to save cloud. That's
It's penny wise, pound foolish. It's always a little bit, of a dilemma.
On the cost saving, we didn't want to just save money. If you want to save money, just shut down your services, right? So it's about making money. So this is where Doit comes. Like we actually start making. Okay, we spend a bit more now, but in about 6 months' time, I will be making more money. And we've just did that. We've rolled out a new application for, we've rolled out a new product offering, hosted on AWS fully with the guys. Support a lot of long, boring calls. But they are productive because we actually now have a better product, competitive. It's tailored for our clients, it's cost effective, and we're actually making money.
When something's invisible, it's working. Talking about it means it's operational.
Exactly.
Well, to that point, John, one of the things we're most proud of this year was the launch of our product we called FlexSave, which essentially does exactly what you've described. It's looking for automation and automatic ways of, yes, saving money, but offering you opportunities to improve the economics associated with your cloud infrastructure.
And improving the efficiency across the board.
100%.
It's awesome. It's my understanding there's some reporting and insights that you're able to then translate through from Doit to your CTO and across the company. Danny, what's that like? What do you get to see working with them?
Well, the problem is like the CTO asked me to do all of that. It's funny, he thinks that he's doing it, but essentially they have an excellent portal that basically looks up all of our instances on the one place. You got like good analytics on your cost anomalies, budget, cost allocation, but I didn't want to do that either. So what I have done is taking the next step. I actually sold this to my company completely. So my finance teams goes there, they do it themselves, they log in, check all the billing, the cost allocation. I literally has 0 iteration with them if I don't hear anything from them, which is one of the benefits. But also there is a lot of other products like the FlexSave is literally like, you just click a finger and you start saving money just like that. Easy.
It's that easy button we've been talking about on the show.
Exactly,
totally, yeah.
exactly how it is. But there is obviously outside of the cost management, you actually can look at what is the resource you're using, do you actually need it, how often you use it, think about the long-term goal, what you're trying to achieve, and use the analytics to, and actually I have to say the analytics is much better than AWS in CMP. It's just more user-friendly, more interactive, as opposed to building the one in AWS.
It's a good business model. Make things easy for your customers, simple to use.
It's got to be nice to hear, John.
Well, so first of all, thank you, Danny. We work, but in all seriousness, we work. Danny mentioned the trust word earlier. This is at the core of if we're not able to build trust with our clients, our business is dead. It just doesn't exist. It can't scale. In fact, it'll go the opposite direction. And so we work very, very hard to earn that trust, and we're willing to start small. To Danny's example, start small and grow. And that's why one of the things we're most proud of is how few customers tend to leave us year over year. We have customers that have been with us for 10 years.
Andy Jassy always has, I just saw an interview, him was on the New York Times event in New York today as the CEO of Amazon, but he's always said in these build-out phases, you got to work backwards from the customer and innovate on behalf of the customer, because that's the answer that will always be a good answer for the outcome versus optimizing for just profit, you know what I'm saying, or other things. So we're still in build-out mode.
As a core fundamental sort of product concept, if you're not solving important problems for a customer, why are you investing? It just doesn't make any sense.
This is the beauty we do it. They wait for you to come to do the next step. They don't sell me anything. They don't bug me with emails. They're ready. When you're ready to make that journey, you just log a ticket and then come and help you. And this is the beauty. It's just natural journey.
I love it. That's a beautiful note to lead us to our new tradition on theCUBE. We have a little bit of a challenge for the both of you.
Uh-oh.
We're looking for your 30-second Instagram reel thought leadership sizzle anecdote. Either one of you want to go first? John looks a little nauseous. Danny, you want to give it a go?
Well, we've got a few expressions, but we don't Google it, we just do it. And the key take, that's what we do now at Infinox. And also, what we do is actually using their staff as an Infinox employees, literally that's what we do.
Well
do it.
done.
Well done.
Didn't even need the 30 seconds.
No.
Fantastic work, Danny. I love that. All right, John, now you do have to go.
Oh goodness. You know, I'll go back to what I mentioned earlier, if that's okay. I think we exist as a company to sort of help our customers get back to focusing on why they started the business in the first place, which is innovating and delivering value to customers, and we'll help you take care of the rest. It's as simple as that.
Awesome.
Well done. You absolutely nailed it. I want to just acknowledge your fan club over there watching. Hello, everyone from the Doit team. Good job, team. I love it's very cute when guests show up with an entourage to the Cube. We like to see it. You obviously deserve the entourage. You're both wonderful. Thanks again for being here on the show with us. Oh, yeah, go ahead, John.
Well, I would just like to thank Danny for agreeing to sort of
Thanks for
sit
the
with us,
invite.
and it's been great to spend time with you.
Absolutely.
Really
Well
appreciate
done.
your
Let's do
business
it.
and-
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic, gentlemen. Well, thank you all for tuning into this wonderful start to the afternoon here from AWS reInvent. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada with John Furrier. My name's Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leader in high-tech coverage.